Well, it's one of our favorite shows. It's our business around town where we get to reach out to some of the local businesses and take a look at them. And we ended up in Gahanna at ReMax Connection getting some tips about whether you're buying or selling a home. We stopped by Stewarts Boutique. That's in the Gahanna area as well. And boy, I'll tell you, what an amazing salon. This is something that you're going to want to see on today's show. And we're out here at Utzi's Farm Market. Look at these beautiful apples. And it's that time of year again to order those turkeys. We talked to Greg Utzi while we were here at Utzi's Farm Market. Well, all that and more, and we are taking you to businesses all around the town. I'm Mike Kilburn, and along with Renee Joseph, we are out and about Columbus.
Well, what Buckeye fan wouldn't love to be down here in the OSU Stadium to get a picture for you or your family with the help of Pearlescent Portraits? Jean told us all about their package for the OSU football fan. Well, Jean, it is so great to see you today, and thank you for having us out down here at the OSU Stadium.
Thanks for coming out.
Well, tell everybody why we're down here, because this is really exciting. I've never been down here before like this.
Well, this is one of our most unique portrait experiences. We do Ohio State Stadium portrait experiences. So you can bring your family out and you can have your pictures done on the 50-yard line, in the end zone, in the tunnel, in the stands, and on the players' bench.
Wow, I can't think of a more unique picture or experience for a family, especially kids. I mean, kids would have to love to be down here.
Yes, and some of the older kids too.
I bet they do. You know, this would make a wonderful gift for all kinds of things.
Yes, it does. It makes a great gift. We've had family members give it for 50th birthday, 25th wedding anniversary, Christmas gifts. We've had teams of realtors or title agencies come out and do their team pictures on the field.
Yeah, great idea. Never thought of something like that. Now, you do this several times a year, correct?
Yes, this year we've done it 4 times.
Oh, wow. So it must be a really popular thing. So I'm sure you have a wait list to get on. How do we find out how we get booked and to get on here and to get ourselves, a picture like this?
All you have to do is go to pearlescentportraits.com, and we have a tab there to sign up and find out about the next experience that we're having.
Wow. Well, Jean, thank you so much for sharing this information. This would be the most unique gift for somebody or yourself. Thank you so much for doing this for everybody.
Thanks for coming out.
We know navigating the real estate market is very tough in today's market, and getting the right realtor to help you navigate those waters is certainly the way to go. We talked to Angelia Holiday from ReMax Connection here in Gahanna, and she gave us great advice for first-time buyers or sellers. Well, Lori, good to have you and ReMax Connection on the show.
Thank you so much.
And Angela, good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
So, real estate is so difficult today, and it's hard to navigate whether you're a buyer or seller out there. So tell us a little bit about the market.
Well, that's why, as an agent, we are here to educate as a professional for buyers and sellers. It's best to have an agent because we are trained to get you that best value for your home, and as a buyer, to be able to navigate and find that right house for you. It's definitely a seller's market more than a buyer's market, that's for sure. For a buyer, it is a little bit more difficult. It takes lots and lots of patience right now.
Well, Lori, you're the owner here at ReMax Connection, right?
Yes,
And I understand that you're pretty involved in the community.
I am. Yes. We like to really get involved within the community, different events, schools, anything that we can do to really make a difference.
Like I said, it just seems like such a tough market for buyers right now. Like I said, I keep hearing all these things out there about having to pay over the value of the home and things like that. And it's really, you need somebody that can navigate that for you.
Well, what's great is that we have incredible agents here, and new homes come on the market every single day. So depending on the price range, there's always that right home for you. So with a little bit of guidance with our professionals and time, and then we have the resources to help them decide what type of financing is available to them, we can really help somebody to find the right fit for them.
Well, Lori, great information. Give us some contact information where we can learn more.
Well, we are here located in Gahanna, Ohio, 43230, ReMax Connection. You can find us on Instagram at ReMax Connection 614 or Facebook, ReMax Connection 614, and or you can visit our website at ReMaxConnectionOH.com.
Fantastic. Lori, thanks so much for being on the show.
you.
And Leah, thank you for being on the show. Well, as we head into winter, of course, we're going to see those slick roads, and you may have a collision. And when you need it fixed right, you need to come here to Columbus Collision. We just made a new improvement here, a beautiful new paint booth. We talked to Ashley Hall. She told us more. Well, Ashley, good to have you and Columbus Collision back on the show.
Yeah, good to be back.
So, with fall and winter coming up here, what can drivers expect?
Well, there's really two things that we start to see in the fall and winter with road conditions. We start to actually see an increase in single car accidents, cars sliding off the side of the road, and cars hitting stationary objects, trees, concrete barriers. And then we also see an increase in the multiple car accidents, very severe accidents. Yeah.
That's for sure. And definitely, I see a lot of those in the morning. There's no question about it, especially when we get those icy roads. So some exciting news here at Columbus Collision. We're standing in your new paint booth. So tell us a little bit about this.
Well, this has actually been about 2 years in the making. We took on this venture a couple years ago, and because of COVID and a lot of government shutdowns, we finally had all of the permitting and everything, and this is really going to help us. We're super excited for this new venture.
So what do you see helping you out here and helping the customer out here at Columbus Collision?
Well, we're really excited for this fall and winter season for this to really cut down dry times, cut down the entire time that the customer's car is here, and really get our customers back on the road quickly with a beautiful paint job. Yeah,
no question. The paint booth makes all the difference, and it's a super clean environment inside. When I start painting, I know this is very nice.
Thank you.
Well, give us some contact information where we can learn more.
Well, you can reach us at 614-350-8251, or you can always check out our beautiful new website, columbuscollision.com.
Like the Out and About Facebook page for pictures, video, and more on the show, including news on upcoming shows and even exclusive behind-the-scenes content. That's facebook.com/outandaboutcolumbus. Well, we stopped by Stewarts Beauty Boutique in Gahanna, and we found an amazing array of services. We talked to Renee. She told us more. Well, Renee, good to have you and Stewarts Beauty and Barber Boutique on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So you are the first black female-owned salon in Gahanna that takes you from head to toe, inside and out. So what do you mean by that?
Absolutely. So what I mean by that is, why look good on the outside if you don't feel good on the inside? So we also offer hypnotherapy, neurolinguistic programming, and reflexology, as well as therapeutic massages.
Let's talk a little bit about how this all got started. This is actually a legacy business started thanks to your grandparents, basically, right? Madge and Herman.
It is, and that is their name, Herman and Madge Stewart. And so their philosophy and what they ingrained in me was that generational wealth should be the norm and not the exception. And so I'm very proud of what we've built here and what we're going to continue to build.
So how does it feel to be in the business and putting something like this together and going forward?
I got to be honest, it's a little scary. You know, we started in the pandemic, but, you know, through the grace of God, we've managed to grow. We've got an amazing staff, amazing clientele. So we're looking very much forward to the future.
Yeah, that's great. So let's talk about some of the services that you provide here.
Absolutely. So again, we do locks, which are it's a natural process. As you can see, she is back here performing locks. We do braids, which is what she is over here doing. We also do neurolinguistic programming. It's a way for people to change their outlook by changing their unconscious mind. We do hypnotherapy. We also do makeup, lashes, facials, massages, body contouring, you name it.
Well, give us some contact information, Renee, where we can find you here in Gahanna.
Absolutely. 614-686-HAIR is the best way to book an appointment. You can also find us at www.stewartboutique.com.
Renee, a real pleasure meeting you. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Pleasure. Absolutely. Thank you.
Well, look at these beautiful apples. I tell you, Utsi has such a great selection of these tasty apples, whether you're making an apple pie or you just enjoy an apple. But what we really have to tell you about is getting those turkeys on order from Cook's Turkey Farm. You know, Thanksgiving's not that far away. And, of course, the bulk cooking goods that he has here, as well as those meat and cheese trays. Greg Utsi told us more. Well, Greg, good to be back on the farm.
Hi, Mike. Good to have you here.
Well, let's talk about where produce is right now.
Well, of course, this is apple season, and we're just finishing up on the fall stuff for Halloween. But we'll carry some squash, acorn, and butternut, but apples especially right now. I got some great varieties in. Just got some Evercrisp, and that's a newer variety that holds up well, really sweet, great crunchy apple.
Yeah. Is that for that baking that apple pie and that kind of stuff?
Well, sure. These apples are great for anything.
By the time we do the next show, we're going to be on the other side of Thanksgiving. And so I know that you have some of the best turkeys in town. You just have to get them on order.
Well, of course, we get from Cook's Turkey Farm. Again, one of those guys, small family farms that we deal with. A lot of their product is in our deli. But their turkeys are awesome for Thanksgiving. You have white turkeys and smoked turkeys, but you do have to order ahead. And we'll take those orders for about the next 2 weeks, and then we'll bring them in here the week of Thanksgiving. They'll be ready to be picked up.
I was going to ask you, there is a deadline to ordering those.
Definitely, and you do have to have your name on a turkey. We don't have any extra.
You got a lot of things for baking here.
Right, we have all the raw ingredients, the flours and the sugars, all the specialty stuff, the specialty spices for your Thanksgiving meal. And of course, we have potatoes from Michael's Farm, and that's great for fresh mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving.
Well, Greg, give us some contact information where we can get a hold of you, order our turkeys, get everything ready.
Of course, check us out online, USUSFarmMarket.com. We're on Facebook, and we're located just south of Plain City, Commerce Huff Road.
Fantastic. Greg, good seeing you again. We're talking about a major find. This car was found in a barn in 1999. It's a completely restored 1964 Lincoln Continental. We learned from your Black Car Service some of the events and things that they do with this car from Chrissy Hagan. Well, Chrissy, good to have you and your Black Car Service on Out and About Columbus.
Pleasure. Thanks so much for having us today.
Well, I understand that you guys do some significant things for first responders and military and get back to the communities. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. It's what we're all about, is serving and giving back. So we do use the car with first responders and military. Like you said, we do give them a discount, but additionally, we use it with nonprofits related to those organizations and those people. For example, Fallen 15 will be in a parade, and we'll have the Gold Star families or the families of the fallen and ride in the parade with them, as well as raffle off at some of their events, the ability to give some of the families and others who support them rides in the vehicle.
Well, Chrissy, how do you use this 64 Lincoln Continental, such an eye-catching vehicle, to help local business?
Eye-catching, exactly, is what it is. So we use it in a variety of ways. We do have local businesses that will reach out to us. They either raffle it off to some of the people within their business and give it off as a holiday gift, for example, and just park it in front of the business.
Well, Chris, I understand this was found in 1999 in a barn, a 64 Lincoln Continental. Pretty unusual. So tell us a little bit about the restoration process.
Absolutely. Taking it from a barn find to this gorgeous beauty was quite a journey. So over the course of the last 20 years, we have completely restored it and keep it continually maintained each year through Village Auto Care down in Clintonville.
So what are some of the ways that people utilize this vehicle?
Definitely weddings. So we have bridal parties utilize it on the way to the wedding, on the way away from, or certainly a little bit of quiet and private time. It makes for a phenomenal small experience.
Give us some contact information, Chrissy, how we can learn more.
Absolutely. You can find us online at yourblackcarservice.com, also on Facebook, or you can reach us by telephone at 614-800-8532.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for being on the show. Appreciate it. Well, Tropical Nut and Fruit is a great place to shop. Much of the product that they carry here is actually made right here in Urban Crest, which they pass that savings on to you. And with Thanksgiving right around the corner, you may want to be thinking about some of those gifts, some of the things you need for baking. And of course, with Halloween only being a week away, there's still last-minute gifts that you can get for maybe a Halloween party. Alicia told us more. Well, Alicia, good to have you and Tropical Nut and Fruit back on the show.
Hey, Mike. Thanks for having me.
I couldn't help but think about, we got Thanksgiving just around the corner, and this would be a great place to come and get a lot of this baking. What do people typically come and find here?
Well, everything. So it could be anything from pecans to flaked coconut, for macaroons, and just all kinds of ingredients and components for baking for Thanksgiving.
One of the things I think we don't ever point out on this show is that a lot of this product is made right here, and it's a great deal, isn't it?
It is a great deal. And you know, a lot of retailers locally carry our products. We only talk about it because, of course, we want those shoppers to continue to shop those locations. But a lot of those products are made here, and there's substantial savings, sometimes as much as $1 a bag on a 12 or 16 ounce bag. So, yeah, and it's coming right out the back. It's packaged and labeled and put right out. And some of that stuff is coming out daily.
Well, you know, we're only about a week from Halloween, and I know last show that you did, we talked about Halloween, but here's kind of a last chance, right?
Yeah, like one last go at it. You know, novelty parties. Sometimes people host like, you know, Halloween parties for adults and for children. And I kind of just picked this up because it's a great example of what you could pick up and have packed for your party. But yeah, you know, and still have all the chocolate foil wrapped items and all the different things that scream, you know, pumpkin and Halloween and spiced items and all that kind of stuff.
It's well worth your time to come and just check this out. Look around, see all the things that you have here. Give some contact information and when you're open.
3150 Urban Crest Industrial Drive, Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday, 9 to 3. And you can always call ahead. We do pull things in advance. If you've seen something or you want it, we can put it aside for you. Come on down, we'll ring you up, and we'd love to have you.
Well, if you're looking for the perfect Halloween costume, we have got the place for you. It's Cousins Army Navy. Whether you want to be in the U.S. Navy or you want to be a pilot for Top Gun, you can get one of the ball caps and a flight suit, some of the aviator sunglasses. It is just an array of you name it. You can go from mild to wild here at Cousins. J.D. Richardson told us more. Well, J.D., good to be back at Cousins.
How about you?
You know, when I thought about getting the perfect Halloween costume, this is the first place that came to mind because you can really get decked out in here, everything from simple to pretty elaborate. So walk us through some of the things that you can get here.
Well, the sky's the limit. We've got cops and robbers kind of thing. We've got everything to outfit you for either side. We've got your Top Gun is always really popular. Got the patches and the flight suits and all the accessories, the rank, and any other kind of things.
And the movie's coming back out in November, so I think that's even going to make it more popular.
Yeah, absolutely. It should bring it right on back. We got, if you want to go leather, we got the leather jacket, the flight jackets. We also have the dog tags and all that kind of stuff. We do some novelty tags. And you can go on safari, get a safari hat going. We got the ghillie suits. You can be in full camo.
I couldn't help but notice the Border Patrol hat. That's got to be popular about right now, right?
Well, yeah, that's another good one. We've got Ohio Department of Natural Resources kind of thing. You know, people go as park rangers and all kinds of things. So, yeah, we've got.
You know, well, I was just looking over here looking at some of the Navy stuff that you got as well. You could go like you're in the Navy, right?
We've got sailor hats and different parts of uniforms.
Well, JD, give us some contact information when we get down here to Cousins. Check out all the stuff you have. Put together some really cool stuff for Halloween.
CousinsArmyNavy.com, 2469 North High, just south of Hudson, north of campus. And you can reach us at 614-291-2000.
Medicare enrollment is coming up, and if you need some help navigating through all of the red tape, Lucy from Alta Vista Benefits can help. Well, Lucy, welcome to Out and About Columbus. It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you as well.
Thanks for coming out today to talk to people about benefits for Medicare. And I know Medicare enrollment is coming up right now. And what advice would you have for folks that are eligible for that?
October 15th to December 7th is the annual enrollment period for Medicare. So people have a chance to change their plans, and typically the plans that they would change during this time are Medicare Advantage and prescription drug plans. It's very important to review those plans every year because they do change annually, and your doctor might be out of network, a prescription drug might not be covered, so it's very important to look at those.
So how are you working with clients during the COVID pandemic?
Well, I have set up electronically to be able to work with people. I can do a WebEx if they want to see me face to face. I can also do phone calls. I have a website that has information for new clients that I can refer them to, and I have put together a video that talks about the different types of plans for Medicare, so they can review that and then generate some questions if they want to talk to me later.
That's wonderful. You do all of that for your clients. How do we find out more information about Alta Vista Benefits?
Well, you can go to my website. It's altavistaben.com. I have a couple of videos, and one is about how Medicare billing works in case somebody has a question about that. And the other is Medicare Made Easy, which talks about the different types of plans that are available, what choices you have to make, and the differences between those two plans. And that's all on my website, www.altavistabend.com. They can also reach me at 614-889-0934.
Well, unfortunately, these are starting to fall off the tree, but we have a solution for you. Ty Wood joining us today from Year-Round Landscaping. Ty, good to have you on the show.
It's always a pleasure, Mike.
Well, you know, I'm seeing the leaves already starting to scatter on the ground. So what does that mean to you and the people that give you a call?
Well, it means that fall is here. And if you need to get your leaves, get prepared to get your leaves up, of course, give us a call. Also, in the fall, it's perfect time to start planting for next spring.
Yeah, we were out here just a few weeks ago, and behind us, this was all sod, and I see that this has all changed in the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
And I would have never thought this was a great time to plant.
This is the perfect time to plant. The temperatures are a little bit cooler. We get a little more frequent rainfall, and the sunlight is a little bit shorter too.
Are you starting to hear from people about the leaves or not?
Yeah, people are calling for estimates. We're filling up, and we still got a little more room left. So if you're thinking about how you're going to get those leaves taken care of this fall before the holidays and whatnot, definitely give us a call so we can add you to our schedule.
So you do this kind of work. You'll come out and put it in a whole garden like this.
Put in a whole garden like this. This is actually going to be a rain garden even, which are going to be pretty popular coming up in the future, I think.
Now when you say rain garden, what does that mean?
Well, it's going to collect the rainfall from the downspouts. Keep it in this area. The plants are going to benefit from the water and the moisture, and it's going to use it up instead of it going to the sewer system becoming runoff.
Wow. Well, that is beautiful. To sit out here on a patio, have that in front of you, it's very nice. It's just some more of the great work that you do at Year-Round Landscaping.
Well, thank you for the opportunity, like I said.
Yeah. Well, give us some contact information where we can learn more, get those leaves taken care of, get some planting done, and get ready for winter.
If you're thinking about leaves, snow, or if you want to get a garden started, give us a call, 614-260-8774. I'll be your primary point of contact, and I'll help you get established.
Fantastic. Ty, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we stopped by the Reserve at Wisdom Way, and you talk about some beautiful patio homes and condos that are just amazing, and the quality is unbelievable. So we had an opportunity to talk to Carol Reeves and learn more about these wonderful homes. Tell us a little bit about these properties, and I know this is all new builds, right?
It is. We are building 13 units here, these 13 custom homes. We already have 5 in contract, so there's not many left. They are going quite quickly.
I know that traditionally, you get into condos and a lot of people feel like they might be cooped up. You don't have that feeling with these, do you?
I agree. I think the difference is when the builder decided to build a patio home condo concept, he wanted it also to feel like just like any other home out there, not feel like the quote-unquote condo. And so what we do is 1,800 square foot to 2,700 square foot homes, first floor masters, things like that, so that you're all living on the first floor, but you can option for an upstairs if you want more square footage.
Now, who is your target audience with these homes?
I would say right now we're not really targeting, but the average buyer in here seems to be the young senior, 45 and older. I think when they come in here, the first thing that they hear and love is that they will be meeting with the builder. They will be designing the home around their needs. What they love about their home now, they bring it to us, the builder meets with them, designs the home, adds the extra features and the upgrades that we can give them, and they end up with a one-of-a-kind home that they will love forever.
Tell us a little bit about the builder.
Paul Cugini Kaposha Builders has been around for over 30 years in Columbus, typically builds 700 and above. So when he approached coming in here and building these, we were very excited, because this price range is very difficult to stay in and get the quality he deserves.
Well, Carol, tell us where you're located and some contact information so we can come out and check out these beautiful patio and condos.
Great. We are off Central College, just east of Harlem, and we could be contacted by my cell phone, which is 614-419-1042, or you can go to the reserve@wisdomway.com and make an appointment or email me through there.
Do you have those musty odors in your home and you wonder where that smell may be coming from? Well, it may be because you have some standing water or some mold growing there, and we're working with a company that can take care of that mold remediation. We talked to Mark from Stay Dry Waterproofing, and he told us more. Well, Mark, good to have Stay Dry Waterproofing back on the show.
Thanks for having us.
You know, one of the things I keep hearing about is standing water in yards causing problems with the basement. What is that exactly? What causes that?
Yeah, it's not something to be ignored, really. Over time, it does cause a lot of pressure on the foundation. So if you have a lot of standing water in the yard, you definitely want to have addressed.
One of the things that I've wondered about is, what are some signs that I'm starting to have that problem?
Yeah, some signs you'll see. You'll have usually odors is where it starts, dampness, moisture, discoloration on the walls in the basement or the crawl space. Crawl space is one of those areas out of sight, out of mind. It's easily to be ignored, especially if you don't monitor that area. But odors is always a big one. Mold builds up really quickly in crawl spaces. Us being the only waterproofing company who is allowed and to remediate mold, we usually do it for free. So saves our customers $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 sometimes. So.
What was the process for you to be able to do that? Be the only company that can do mold remediation?
Certifications. It's very time consuming. A lot of our companies don't dab into that.
What does mold remediation consist of? What do you actually have to do?
We do it to the standards of the EPA. So there's a containment to prevent cross-contamination. There's a chemical treatment, a removal process. There is air quality testing that we do to kind of make sure that everything's where it needs to be.
Now, does that mean the smell that I'm getting, that odor, will go away once you've completed your work?
Yeah, once the main thing is safe. Making it safe. So once it's safe, once it's been remediated to the standards of the EPA, odors will go away as well. So.
Well, Mark, give us some contact information where we can find Stay Dry Waterproofing.
StayDryOhio.com, 614-339-3434.
We stopped by one of Brothers Roofing's quality roofing jobs here in the Worthington area to check out how they were taking care of this. This was a roof that had some hail damage, and with all the storms that we've had come through here in the last couple weeks, you may be surprised to find out you have damage to your roof. We talked to Bill Smith, and he told us more. Well, Bill, good to have you and Brothers Roofing back on the show again.
Good to see you, my friend.
So you got a project going on behind us. Was there anything unique about this one?
Well, it's a little bit spring-like, and we've had a lot of hail damage up here. That's exactly how this job started. Homeowner experienced a hailstorm, called their insurance company, came out, bought them a roof. We're here to put it on.
Well, this might be a dumb question, but how do I know whether or not I have hail damage? Because we just had some hail the other day here.
You really don't until you call somebody like me out or one of our guys to take a look at the roof, and then we go ahead, work with the insurance company and the homeowner to make sure that's taken care of.
Well, one of the things that a lot of people are worried about now is COVID-19, obviously, and I know you do a lot of estimates. You work a lot with a lot of people. You're out here in the field. What are you doing to protect that consumer?
Typically, we stay outdoors. Occasionally, we're inside to meet with the folks, then everybody puts on their mask. But when you're outdoors and you're maintaining 8, 10, 12 feet, we've got a breeze blowing, we feel perfectly safe. The homeowner feels comfortable, and we take it from there.
One of the things that I noticed that you said on your advertising, you've said we don't cut corners. What does that mean exactly? What does that mean to the consumer?
We don't want any shortcuts on our jobs. We do it by the book, per the manufacturer's specifications, per Ohio State building codes. We don't want anything coming back on us or the homeowner that would say, we've got to do it again. That's just not the right way to handle business, certainly not the right way to handle the consumer. We want it to be correct.
Yeah. Well, it's great information. Bill, how do people get a hold of you now? Of course, like I said, with all the storm damage and all the storms we've had come through, I'm sure people are going to want to get their roofs checked out and find out they have a problem.
Right. It's best just to go online and look us up, brothersroofingconstruction.com.
We're taking you around Ohio to all the best places to see and do this season. Whether it's local favorites, amazing destinations, and everything in between. Rain or shine, we take you there.